What's going on, everyone? I want to go over a beautiful setup today on the NASDAQ 100 futures. Today is the 12th of December. Decent day today, pulling in about $1,500. Now, again, this was not on one trade. I am a scalper. I am a day trader. Some trades I hold 3 points. Okay. Laugh out loud. Some trades I hold for 15, 20 points. It just depends on the volatility. It just depends on how much size that I'm playing. It just depends on what time of day it is. One of the trade setups that I want to kind of go over and I want to focus on is that sweep of the pre-market lows followed by no more continuation. Okay. So if you kind of look at where this little uptrend that I drew on the screen started, this sweep of the lows today at 10:10 Eastern Standard Time swept through those pre-market lows, put in that initial balance low. Okay, so if you guys are not familiar with the initial balance, it's what is the high, what is the low of the first hour of trade in New York. Once we swept, you can see the 10:15 candle started to push down, but did not confirm the lows. And when it didn't confirm the previous candle low of that initial sweep, and we started to really spike back up, it also created a beautiful 20 play. So for those of you guys inside of Evolution Traders, this was a fantastic 20 play. Now, again, the range on this 20 play was 55 points. A little bit of a deep range that I not necessarily looking to take, but there was 2 trades inside of one. Now, the first trade, we're looking at the 5-minute time frame. So again, keep that in mind. The first trade idea, and if I blow this up just a little bit more here, you zoom out just a little bit. If we look at, and I'll get my drawing tool here so I can actually kind of take this candle right here is what I was getting excited about. Because once we got that sweep of the lows, and that's this white dotted line, once we got the sweep of those lows, and I seen we opened up and we started to push down, there was no continuation. Now, if there was continuation, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I would be 100% short through that continuation, just because of the momentum on the previous 2 candles was very strong. So anytime you get a fake kind of move where it's just like almost like a stop loss, like where they're running stop losses, I want to enter into this trade here on the 10:15 candle, and I want to get into that trade. Mark this out. I want to get into that trade when we confirm that previous 5-minute candle high. Why? What's the significance behind this candle? Okay, this wick. This wick is the significance. And the reason being is because once we grab that liquidity, like people like to say, once we swept those lows, the bounce back was strong. Once we tried to push down, the bounce back was strong. So just given the bounce back being strong, I want to get in when we take out that previous wick. Now I'm going to jump into the candle here. And again, depending on how much size you're looking to put on the table, it's going to really depend on what you're looking for, right? Like if you're trading bigger size, multiple contracts, you don't need to catch 20, 30, 40, 50 points. You can get into this and catch 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points and make really good money. So I took it with 2 contracts. Okay. I took it with 2 contracts and I took about 6 points on it. So it wasn't that much. It was about $220 when it was all said and done. But what I waited for was the next setup as well. So that next setup was a 20 play, and I want to get in on this candle right here. And we're doing the same thing. The same rules are going to apply. Allow the candle to close, allow the next candle to open up and confirm the highs, get in, put your risk on the table. You know, you can actually use the low wick as your max pain stop loss. So anything trading in this range, we stay tight until we break the bottom of the range and you get out of that trade. So look for your points to the upside. Again, depending on what you're risking, you can target a 1-to-1. You know, I always believe the more points you try to target, right, the farther up you're trying to make your trade stretch out, the more stress it's going to put you through. And at my age, I don't like a lot of stress. Okay, I want things to work. I want them to work right now, and I don't want to really mess around. So either it works or I get out of the trade. Again, you know, so about another $180 on that trade when it was all said and done. So, you know, you're building up a decent day, like where the P&L is slowly starting to rise. And now you can start to get into some scalps. Like I remember taking this one on call today on the Evolution Traders call where we broke through initial balance, we failed to put in a new high, and then once we closed back inside of initial balance and we lost this 20 period moving average, I took this for another scalp. It took it for about 3 to 4 points there on a couple of contracts. So again, I'm just piecing together my day. There was also this pullback that created a higher low. And again, the same thought process here. Once you break out again, you can take this for a little bit of a ride, right? So when you get to be able to identify certain different moves in the market, you don't necessarily need to catch 50 points here and try to hold all day. You can come into the market and take your 5 points to the upside here, get back in and ride a momentum and take the short. And next thing you know, you're building a day of 10 points, 5 points, 12 points, 20 points. And essentially you can just walk away on the day, right? You know, if you want to scale and make more money, I tell people all the time, go get more contract or go get more accounts. You know, pulling out $1,500, $2,000 out of one prop firm funded account is great, but do that times 2. Okay, do it times 3. But until you get the one payout, focus on the one, right? Like, don't go out there and try to copy trade 5 funded accounts all at once. It's not going to go well. Okay. Work on one account, get it to pay out, put some money in your pocket. Make this real. We have to make this trading stuff real, guys, especially for you guys trading solely 100% on prop firms. You got to make it real. And in order to make it real, we got to do the things that need to get done, right? And sometimes it's things that you don't want to do, like taking a loss, like ending the day red to protect your account for a better opportunity tomorrow. It's walking away when you make $180 and maybe going to trade another account versus trying to turn that $200 day into a $500 day and end up finishing negative $750 on a day. I know it's happened to you before. That's what I'm trying to work with people each and every single day on the live calls and Evolution Traders, is to get that mindset right, to understand that we don't need to hit home runs every single trade, that there's different times of the day where we want to put on more size and take off size. I hope this video makes sense. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to be a part of the team and get on those live calls each and every single day. That link is down in the description box below, and I'll see all of you guys on the next video.